Hi, I'm MTG, and welcome to my channel where I waste my wild cards on meme decks so you don't have to. And sorry this is coming out a day later. Have a super busy week this week, or I don't even know if I'm speaking clearly at this point. At least I'm wearing a cute cat shirt. Wait, hold on this way. Yeah, kitties in space. Anyways, let's go check out the deck. See you in a second. All right, here is the deck. We are playing with OG, the Exquisite Blade. And when it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life, scry 2, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So, casting your second spell means you get to blink something. So basically what I tried to do for this deck, because Azorius is a bit squishy, I guess, especially if you're wanting to cast cheaper spells to try to get that second spell trigger to flicker things. Basically wanted to add kind of some control-y aspects to this where either I can tap down creatures or those creatures enter the battlefield tapped with things like Authority's Consoles, where I'm also going to be gaining a lot of life. But with that, I also want cards that have really good repeat value. So I have stuff like Dawnbringer Cleric, where it could either gain life, destroy a target enchantment, or exile a target card from a graveyard. And just being able to have repeat value where you can just hit things or gain life is really helpful. Skyclave Apparition, a little careful with this one because you don't want to just be flickering this over and over again and giving your opponent tons of tokens. So I kind of use this a bit sparingly, especially if I'm going to be flickering it, where I just kind of want to use it to take out targets that might be blockers or things that I'm going to have a hard time dealing with. And then I have other stuff like Spire Patrol, where when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So I really like this because you flicker something, you tap it down, and then, you play this, tap something down, then you flicker it, and then, now you hit 2 targets and potentially opens the board up for your little squishies to get through and hit, especially if you're playing against a million dragon decks or something like that. Another card I really like is Cloud Blazer for this deck because you're gaining 2 life and you're drawing 2 cards. So, you could scry something with OG, cast a second spell. If you have enough mana to play Cloud Blazer, this will be the second spell that triggers OG. And you could potentially flicker OG, see what's on top of your deck. And then if you like that, then draw the 2 cards with Cloud Blazer, or just, get your card draw. I got a lot of value out of this card, and I really love it. This is one when I would run with my Paper Yorion deck, so it's just a really good card for value, especially if you're flickering a lot. And then Elite Spellbinder, I like to flicker so I can see what's in my opponent's hands and make it cost extra. Celestial Regulator, another thing, it's a little bit less likely that you're going to have counters, or it might be harder to get the creature doesn't untap during its next untap step because you have to have a creature with a counter on it for it to do that one extra thing. But it still taps down a creature for a turn at a bare minimum if you don't have a counter, which again is really nice if you have a bunch of squishies and you're trying to hit face. Deputy of Detention I really like, again, because you can take something that's a problem. Only issue is if you flicker this, whatever you exiled underneath it, they'll get back. So just be cognizant, if you do flicker this, you're going to potentially be giving that initial threat back to your opponent. So I'll only flicker this if I, grab something that I thought was a problem earlier in the game, don't really care about it now, and I see something that's a bigger problem, I'll just flicker this and grab that bigger problem creature rather than, accidentally giving stuff back to them. Sanctuary Warden is really helpful. One, it's just a good body in the air. It's easy to hit your opponents. But the other thing of it is when it enters the battlefield, it gets 2 shield counters. And then you can remove one to draw a card, which I love. And then you can create a body. But the other thing that's really fun about this is if you flicker this, it'll come back to the battlefield with 2 shield counters. You can still remove one of those shield counters to draw and create another body. So you can actually double up on that value because, again, it's entering the battlefield. And you get to have that initial shield counter, remove one and get that trigger for it. So this is a pretty nice card. I thought it had some really good synergy. And then other cards that I have in here that I think are good for just like blinking, but also protection. So momentary blink is really good if someone's trying to like target OG or some other card that you have with removal. You can just blink it and, you know, it stays protected. But then you could potentially trigger OG if it's your second spell for turn, and then flicker something else. And you just get like additional ETB values if you're like flickering Cloud Blazer or whatever creature it is that you're trying to keep protected. I really like this as both just a way to, you know, get those ETB like triggers again, but also just to keep your stuff protected. Same with Blur. Blur kept my stuff pretty protected as well. And the nice part is you get to draw a card after you flicker something. So it essentially replaces itself. I did have Teleportation Circle in here, but I ended up cutting it for, I think, like Spyro Patrol over here, because Teleportation Circle is 4 cost for casting it, but then it's just an enchantment, and you have to wait until end step to get any value from it. So I felt like having these more immediate things like a body that can flicker something or blur made more sense than to have like a 4 cost enchantment that's probably going to be tough to keep me protected on the board. So I ended up cutting that one. I would understand if you wanted to include a Teleportation Circle in your deck list, but for me it just kind of like, it felt like it was too expensive and not a good enough or fast enough like payoff, at least for this deck. Flaming Fist Officer is really crucial for just like making a huge body that hits face, because essentially whenever you flicker something, she's going to get bigger because she just cares about whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield. So if something dies, if something, you know, is exiled and comes back, she'll get bigger. And that happens like quite easily in this deck. So it's very easy to get those +1/+1 counters on her. I have Adeline just as like muscle in this deck because we want to keep the pressure on the opponents. We want to hit face, and it's really important for just like closing out games. Windshield Agent actually turned out to be pretty clutch because this is about my second version of the deck. Because I upgraded a bit with a few different creatures that were a bit more like taps down kind of things instead of the squishy bodies I had. But anyways, this card is really nice because it enters with a shield counter. Whenever it attacks, up to 1 target creature gains flying until end of turn. So you can make something like Adeline fly and, you know, be less likely to get blocked there. And then I have stuff like Soul Herder, which is also going to get bigger whenever something is exiled or flickered. So kind of like Flaming Fist Officer. But what's nice about it is it also lets you flicker something at end step. So it's just another way where, let's say like OG is getting too expensive to play, or I don't have a good setup to get OG's triggers, but I can play Soul Herder and know that at end step, if it stays on the board, I'm going to get some sort of like flicker value for it. So this is a good card. It's good to have these type of effects, especially again, if you're worried about getting triggers off of OG, or you just need like a backup kind of thing that your commander does. Send from Avernus is a really fun card because I don't think people really expect white to have something that recurs like that much. I think it's kind of equivalent to Agadeem's Awakening, but it's just really nice because you can pay X mana value, and then you bring X mana value or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. And you do have to exile this card afterwards, so there's no like bringing it back from the graveyard, but it's pretty sweet, especially if you have a bunch of little squishies and you need them to come back because they all died from like a board wipe or something, and you're not like totally screwed. One other card I do want to call out is super important for this deck is Charming Prince, because it's super cheap and basically lets you do a little bit of what OG does. You can either choose to scry to, or you can exile another target creature you own and return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. So I really like that. Again, cheap, nice kind of backup for your commander. So anyways, this is the deck. I hope you have fun watching it in action, and let's go see it. See you out there. Got to switch my camera up. Okay. I think I'll keep it. Is it dumb? I don't know. We've got some spicy cards in our hand. We do want like a pretty aggro start against these dragons, but I don't really have that here. who just want to Skyclave, hit the Arcane Signet, mess with their mana. Kinda want to do that. Okay. Boop. Let's do it. Give me your mana. It's mine now. Then we gotta hope for another land drop. Maybe play Mangara if we do. Okay. Got our land drop. Okay, now we want to start hitting face. This also taps for mana too, huh? Yeah. So maybe Soul Herder hit Skyclave. Rude. Dig up. They're searching for a basic land. All right. Okay, so we're going to drop Soul Herder. Fortunately, we didn't hit a land drop. We'll just flicker Skyclave. We get a token, we'll hit Celestis. Okay. Hopefully that's not too big of a problem. Okay. No blocks. They have more lands than us, so we'll just do this. Oh, didn't mean to resolve. Boop. Okay, so we got the land. Boop. And then when a Mirith goes to attack us, we can hit them with Fateful Absence because the ward 4 will be off. I think they still have more land than us. Are we going to get another hit? Ah, yeah, we're ramping. We be ramping. And we got mana up for that counter. Question is here. 1, 5, 6. Okay, they don't have enough, I think. I think we can still Fateful Absence. And now that it's tapped, we can hit it. Bonk. And then I think our Deputy of Detention might be helpful too. I don't know, I'm so nervous. Okay, we have Esper. So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah. Don't think we want to. I feel like we need to leave mana up to counter Tiamat with Disdainful Stroke. So I almost wanting to hold back our board state a little bit. Attack. Because we might need Deputy of Detention as well. We'll just flicker you. Oh, they still have more land than us. Okay. I'm happy with that. We can keep ramping. Boop. Loyal Warhound doing work over here. So again, if they try to play Tiamat, we're going to counter it. I think that's the play we got. We do need another blue source. That would be really helpful. We'll do Dovan's counter. And draw a card. Unless they pay the 1. Sure, they'll pay the 1. Unless they accidentally click through. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Then we leave mana up for the counter spell. And we hit face. And let's just flicker them again. And we have the same amount of mana now. Didn't bother counting. I probably should have. All right. It's in your graveyard here. I think we can finish them off next turn, especially if we counter that. And then we have Spire Patrol to tap down anything that they put down. Woo! Good game. Prosper will be interesting. We don't have any good early plays. Oh yeah. Got our good boy. Drop planes. I guess I should have done Island first so I could play that, but whatever. Who's paying attention, am I right? Okay, dropping the blue, getting their good boy down. Ooh, sweet. We do Welcoming Vampire, then an Inspiring Overseer. Ba-ba-da. Bonk, bonk. Yeah. Or should we try OG? Is that gonna be too greedy? No! I guess it's better they use the removal on that than the commander. We'll drop... I guess we should drop OG, because then we can Arcane Signet, and then Flaming Fist Officer, I think, and Flicker. Actually, we can do that with this. So we'll just do this. The Flaming Fist Officer, then Opt, and Flicker OG. Unless they kill my commander. Unless they're playing Removal Tribal. Okay. Arcane Signet. Inspiring Overseer, because we're feeling inspired. Drop this island. Play this wizard class. And attack. Bonk. We got Bajuka Bomb. Alright. Hit our land drop. And let's put that to the bottom so we can get our Elspeth. And then we're gonna just attack in the air. Bonk. And then we'll Opt. We'll flicker this. And then now we're gonna have our removal ready. We'll just leave that land on top just in case. Boop, boop. Just in case we need more land, in case they like remove OG for the second time, I think. I'm pretty sure we'll have enough for Elspeth and Flaming Fist. So let's put Flaming Fist down. And we'll Elspeth. We'll do this. Look at that for stonkz. Oh, maybe I should have done Spirited Companion. Or no, that'll be fine. because we're gonna hit prosper. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna attack. Bonk, bonk. Looking good so far. Knock on wood. Okay, prosper. Be sweet if we hit like Yorion and flickered as Elspeth. Man, just out here moving everything. Let's counter that so we keep our commander protected. And we'll drop you. We will level up and see if we can get into some stonkz money value. Ooh, Adaline is just that. We'll flicker Spirited. Drawn all the cards today. We have another way to deal with prosper. Okay. Yeah, because then we can Fateful Absence prosper. Unless they have a board wipe or something. That'll make me sad because we kind of have our engine set up here. At sushi. Okay. They're making lots of treasure. We'll put a +1/+1 counter on it. Let's drop this. And let's hit actually sushi. So there's not something in the air that we want to worry about. Okay. And I kind of feel like we want a Cloud Blazer. We will, I guess, bounce. I don't know. Maybe I'm not playing this very smart right now. Maybe I should hit prosper. I don't know. We are gaining a lot of life and drawing a lot of cards though, which is nice. Sweet. And we'll just drop this. Maybe give like Adaline flying next turn. Assuming there's not a board wipe. I don't see them wanting to trade. So we'll see if they're gonna be bluffing. If they'll trade Prosper for this. They would be able to recast Prosper. They are. Oh, Rebirth. Still forcing them to use a spell. Bonk. I'm just happy if they have to like use up their little tricks and stuff now. So like if they had to like board wipe before, and we're gonna use Malachir to protect it, can't do that. Anything that basically is gonna make them use up value. Oh, a lot of stuff to sacrifice. One. What else are we gonna sacrifice? You. And discard a card. Discard a card. Discard a card. Sacrifice. I guess the commander. I forgot how many we've already gotten rid of. So we did quite a bit, right? Maybe you. And decline. Okay. Take action. I'm hoping that might still be lethal. Put you down. And you down. And then we attack, attack, attack. You get flying. Done. Ooh, down to 3. Oh boy, this is so nerve-wracking. I think we're saved by the flying here. Oh, interesting. Really interesting. That was kind of like a spin to win thing. No blocks. GG's. Right. Keep. Drop this. Ooh, the pixel land. That's really pretty. Drop you. We'll just take that one. And then we can drop Flaming Fist Officer. So if they attack again, we got shenanigans. Ooh, Sedgemoor is good. Yep. Take that, and then I'll put a shield counter on her. She gets bigger. Win-win. Down OG. And I don't think we need that plains. I'll just attack. My guess is they're going to use Sedgemoor to make a bunch of like sack fodder. Ooh. All right. I think we want to do this and drop you. Drop you. We'll just flicker OG. Probably should have waited till after combat to do that. I keep doing that. I keep playing that wrong. We'll put you second. I think we want Yorion before that. Boop. Okay. And then we'll just hit that. Maybe on their end step. Next combat? I don't know. We'll see what they do. Okay. Gonna hit that now. Take action. We'll put AO. And I think I just want to attack with both. I feel like we need to keep the pressure on. Bonk, bonk. Oh, that was smart. That was not smart of me. Lost the shield counter. Oh well, we needed to be attacking anyways. Okay. Sacrifice you. Okay, so then I think next turn they're gonna play they're probably gonna play Lillian. Can we do for 2 and get all of them back? Yeah, let's do this for 2. 1, 2. And now we have stuff to not worry about sack fodder. Just go in and attack. Because now if they play Lily, they make us sack 2 creatures. We sack these 2. We'll sack. Let's sack this. And we'll put that on there. Okay. And then I think we want OG down. And I like those. We'll just attack all in. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Wish I had a way to give her like trample or something, because this game would have been a lot easier for sure. Okay. I still think we're going to be fine here. Probably should have left mana up though to keep my stuff more protected. Let's attack. Yeah. Maybe I should have gotten the negate there sooner. Okay. I feel like they're going to drop this Liliana and do the -2 ability here soon. Yeah. Okay. Let's do Swooping Protector. And I think we can do this and this. Take action. Then I can try sending Swooping at Liliana at face. And then next turn we might have lethal. And then I can leave mana up for protection here. So counterspell or blink. I think that's what the play is. So we'll do that. They're not going to do a lethal amount of damage here to us unless they have something in black that I'm not aware of. That's like a Crater Hoof. I think they still have enough for Liliana. I'm just gonna blink. Got all their stuff. Yes, we did it! Woo! Tiamat. That'll be tough. We have to be kind of aggro in the start. I think this will be okay. It's not the greatest. so attention needy this morning. She's yelling at me a lot. Let's put down OG. Get that engine going a bit. Might eat a removal spell too. But here you go. I fed you. Yeah, this actually seems good. Be like a counter spell. Okay, put this down. And this. Don't mind us. We're not doing anything special. Attack for 2 damage. Counter that dragon. It's opportunistic would steal our stuff. Okay. Going to just do this now because it'll come in untapped. And let's grab a blue source. And we'll put down you. Nice. Okay. Just attack. Bonk, bonk. We're just out here doing cool casual magic. Don't worry about us. We're gonna do great against these dragons. Come on. I think she just wants to sit on my desk, but she's gonna knock all the stuff off. No blocks. Drop this, and then I think we're just gonna attack all in. All right, and then let's do this. Let's negate that because we want to get the value. Let's do Inspiring Overseer so we get more life gain. Ooh, Elspeth will be very helpful. We're drawing so many cards. This is great. Let's put Barrier Pandal down. So then hopefully that starts getting counters on it. Okay, Demanding Dragon. Decline. No blocks. I think we're fine being risque here. Okay, so we're gonna put down a plains. And then I guess we can do Adeline. And well, Elspeth conquers death. Let's flicker Inspiring Overseer. I guess I should have done Cloud Blazer. Oh well. Let's hit Demanding Dragon so they don't have a blocker. And then we'll just swing at them for some damage. This is one of those situations where you don't mind taking a little bit of damage. The other thing too is we're going to have Deputy of Detention and we'll be able to at least take, like if they attack with Goldspan this turn, I think we'll be able to take down whatever big dragon they put down next. If they board wipe this turn, we can get maybe Adeline back on that step 3 for Elspeth. So we're in a pretty solid spot right now. Because we could always ascend from Avernus as well. This is gonna be interesting. All right. Okay. I'm gonna do this. We will drop this. Let's grab that one. Oh, what? Why did it take both? What? Oh my god. GG's. How did that take both? I don't know. I didn't read the card, but what? That's crazy. Good game. All right. Well, I hope you had fun watching all the shenanigans we got into, especially the stonkz blink value that is just batty bonkers. But anyways, I just want to call out some of the cards that I thought like really had MVP status just from the showing of the games. So Authority of the Consoles, just one for the sheer amazing amount of like life gain that you get from it, and just how it like buys time, but also makes creatures come in tapped because it opens the board up for us essentially to just hit face. Flaming Fist Officer, multiple games just got huge. Like I think out of all the test games and different versions of the deck that I was playing with this, like the highest this got was like a 2020. So I don't know if it's worth like just throwing Shadow Spear in this deck specifically just so something like Flaming Fist Officer or Soul Herder can, you know, get really big and still hit face. I don't know. Might be worth playing around with. Spire Patrol, just because when you flicker it, it taps down 2 creatures, and that could either help you buy time until you hopefully pull into like a board wipe, or, you know, let you do that last little bit of damage to close out a game. And then Cloud Blazer, just a great target to blink because of that life gain and the card draw. I don't know. I just thought that was like super cool. So anyways, those are my MVPs, and hope you had fun watching. Have a good one. Bye.